welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rebels offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
With the catch, it's Stribling, and he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Rebels will hustle to the line. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best three-year run in more than 50 years. Now, fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around. But
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the country just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Good timing on the quick out. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simmons. They'll run the screen. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Diggs.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
The throw. Caught close to the marker. It's right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got him back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They'll go to the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On the run, it's up. On the move at the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's taking the shot. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. RPO complete to open the drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires it incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw again. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Rebels will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for space. It's up. Oh, a lot of space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though. I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 10 over SMU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team that allowed them to thrive, to win more games.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Stribling. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The give to the big fullback. Runs through the tackle. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the first down, still moving. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Back to throw is Mateer. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The screen, and watch out. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
To the air, it's Simmons. That's caught, it's dribbling. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback now breaking the field. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The Sooners need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the lane. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls down.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. The sure hands, it's right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Keep it on the draw. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will... Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Got it in the middle. It's right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that That momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make the play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Skips away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys will get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Using his legs, it's up. Wide open spaces. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Batir. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And the Sooners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. Might be looking to run. Snags it inside the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Catch in the middle. It's Tatum. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Pushes ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to SMU.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Simmons. Makes the grab. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Hunt is on its way. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Sooner offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Trying to get it to the marker. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
If It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
Turning on the Jets. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a crease. It's Tatum. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
They want that clock to run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. If we add points, we add points.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Power football with the run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sooners have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
All right, let's get it.
Out of the gun, the the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get us.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk. You have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Simmons. Quarterback adapting. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Got his man. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
Step one by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now, we got to go for the two-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
Wants to go up top. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's unfortunate for the offense. A golden opportunity to walk away with 2 extra points, but you fumble it at a critical juncture in the game. How's this one going to impact this game?
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen.
He's loose. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Trying to ball his way in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other.